Incidents like this happen all over the world. They call them, runway excursion in aviation parlance. Runway excursion happens, for various reasons. First of all, one, you may have a very slippery runway surface like that. I'm not going to preempt the report of the accident investigation people, but I'm only saying that these are causes that causes of runway excursion. Sometimes when you have a slippery runway and the pilot misses the point at which he touches ground, touches the runway, where the tire touches the runway. And maybe I should educate you a bit more here because I'm in the sector now. There's a way you land when the runway is slippery, and there's a way you land when it is not slippery. Sometimes, passengers complain when they hear the loud thud, when the airplane comes and thuds, and they say, oh, it's a bad landing. That's actually a good landing in a watery surface because the tire must touch the concrete underneath. If you land softly like that and on the water, it's likely to, to skid. So there are different types of landing. And so some are just...
Have you started learning how to fly now?
Oh yeah, I do simulation exercise. So I'm only giving wild examples of where you have the runways. Or at times when you are approaching and then you miss the point, at which you should actually land, and they encourage you at that point to go around again. So sometimes you see all over the world when the plane is about to land and you see that the runway is already short because you did not touch down where, when you're approaching the long runway, you see those markings on the runway. That is the point where you're supposed to touch down. If you miss that point, and some pilots who want to be like captains, who want to be like supermen, so say, no, I can still go on. When you miss it, you are encouraged to go round. And if you don't go round and you touch, the runway, it may become too short for you, and you now do, you now have a runway excursion. So I'm giving wild example. I'm not saying that is what happened. Remember, take note. So these are just, that is isolated.
So you're saying that
it's a runway excursion. It's a runway excursion.
Our airways are free.
So let me give you.
Let me
give you good news. Since 1960, it is under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration that we have scored the highest in terms of ICAO audits. I'm talking of the International Civil Aviation Organization that carries out audits every year. Just go to Google. I'm sure you saw the good news, and everybody celebrated it. For the first time in history, we scored 91.4% this year in terms of our safety oversight standards. Before, the highest was about 70-something. In fact, when we just came to office, and then, of course, it was not we that were auditing them because the things, it was 1 month or 2 months after we came to office. The last was 70%, and that was very abysmal in terms of safety. And so we worked very hard, Shehu. I can tell you that in the last 3 years, based on the directives of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we have worked very, very hard. And guess what? Just in March this year, Nigeria scored 91.4, which is the highest safety record in the history of Nigeria under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.